Hey, what's up everyone? Today I wanted to go over a blue OP03 / OP04 and so on Nami deck. It is super toxic. I'm sure a lot of you hate playing against it because it has pretty much no interaction, but that being said, it is really consistent, it is surprisingly good, and if you don't know how to play against it, you can definitely lose to it. It is really decent. So starting off, we've got 4 buggies. He searches an impel down card, most likely going to be one of these events, and then he adds it to the hand, which allows us to rifle through the deck just a tiny bit faster. I could take or leave Buggy. He is good to have. He does help you get a little bit more consistency, so because of that I do keep him in, but I could see him being replaced for a different card in the future. Mr. 1, irreplaceable, one of the best cards in the deck. You're always going to use him to retrieve the giant gavel from your trash and then play it again, and it's going to get the trash 2 effect constantly rather than the rubber band of doom, which is only 1. Then you have the 4 Kaya. Never use her as a 2k counter. It is not worth it. Her on-play effect is absolutely insane from this deck. You're drawing 2 cards for 1 Dawn. Nothing beats that. It's probably the best card in the entire deck. Don't use it as a counter. Don't use it as a counter. 4 Zeph, best character in the deck and the win condition. If you can somehow do damage to their life with Zeph, you will almost certainly win the game. Because it trashes the top 7 cards of your deck, which is, about a 1/7 of it. So, on play, return up to 1 character with a cost of 3 or less to the owner's hand, then you may trash 2 cards from the deck. Also, it's a 6th, not a 7th, just to be more accurate. Anyways, so yeah, Zeph is really good, but sorry, I got sidetracked. The main reason you use him is to pick up Kaya to play her again, which is super, super, super broken. Then we've got this Overheat. Your leader or active characters gains plus 4,000 during this battle, then return 1 active character with a cost of 3 or less to the owner's hand. Once again, going to be Kaya, getting us that draw 2, trash 2. A lot of people don't play the deck that way. They would just return something from the owner's hand, their opponent's, because they want to be, maybe remove a blocker or something like that, but that's just not the way you want to play it. You play this deck way more differently than you would play any other deck in the game. We've got 4 Desert Spada. 2k counter, and then look at the top 3 cards of the deck and put them at the top or bottom. If you see something like Kaya, I would put them towards the bottom. If you see something like Impel Down All-Stars, which is useless besides a trigger, then I would put it at the top. Coming to Impel Down All-Stars, speaking of it, it's an event that is completely useless in our deck. We only use it to discard or for the trigger, which is a very insane trigger of just straight up drawing 2 cards. We've got Brickfist, return 1 character with a cost of 4 or less to the owner's hand. Once again, that is going to be Kaya. There might be situations where you want to get rid of a blocker so Zeph can attack, but 99% of the time, Kaya. Kaya is the best part of the deck. She makes it work. She's insane. 2 Gum Gum Rains, 0 cost event, trash a card, and plus 3,000 just gives you a little bit more survivability. And once again, the trigger, return a character with 2 or less to the owner's hand. Kaya. 4 Deathwink, 6,000 counter, and then returns a character of 7 or less to the owner's hand. Sorry about that. Once again, Kaya, if you get the trigger. Gum Gum Giant, we have Rubber Band of Doom. Trigger is draw 1, trash 1, and the counter is gains plus 2,000 power. So 1 Dawn, 2k counter, really, really good, and trashes a card from the deck. Gum Gum Giant Gavel is a 1 cost counter with 4k that you have to trash 1, but then you get to trash 2 from the top of the deck. So once again, you're going to be using Mr. 1 to retrieve this from the trash as often as possible, to rifle through your deck as often as possible. 4 Sanji's Peel-Off, because it's the most consistent draw engine in the game, and also the trigger is just straight up draw 2 cards. Nothing can go wrong there. And then we have 4 Love Beams, acts as another draw engine, and a 2 Dawn 4k counter is really, really good as well. So now I'm going to get into some gameplay and kind of show you a little bit of the things I did to help myself win. Okay, so apologies, I did start this recording a little bit late, but the first turn I played Kaya. Second turn I decided to just do nothing and pass. That way I can use all 3 events in my hand and not really worry about it. I did attack with Nami on my first turn, which is a huge mistake. You never want to attack with Nami and give your opponent life or a trigger. and that's exactly what I did. I gave him this Shirahoshi trigger and gave him a huge advantage over me right away, which is absolutely terrible. Right here, I am just countering with my events. I trashed Desert Spada because it is the only card that doesn't allow me to trash further cards, and I block both of his attacks, and I'm good to go. Right here, I could drop Zeph for 5, and then pick up Kaya, but instead, I think what I'm going to do is attach 3 Dawn to Nami. That way I can still use those events in my hand. You never want to drop all of your Dawn in this deck unless you are fairly certain you're going to win. So my opponent does choose to counter and keep the counter curry alive, and I end my turn with 2 events in my hand. He attacks straight into the leader. I counter with Rubber Band and trash one from the top once again. Now he did get a Cracker on the field. I am a little bit scared of that. Fortunately, I do get an Impel Down trigger for a free draw 2 right there. The triggers in this deck do come in clutch quite often. So I think here I will drop the Zeph, pick up the Kaya, and then leave 1 Dawn for the Rubber Band of Doom. Yep, so I end up playing the Kaya here. Once again, it is always best to play the Kaya. She is a free 2 cards in your hand immediately. Or not free, you still have to trash 2, but in this deck, it is free. It's really good. It's what you want. I always get rid of the Death Winks unless it's getting closer to the end game, or unless I know I can set it up to where I'll have no cards in hand so I can get the maximum efficacy from the Death Wink. So right here, I only have 1 Dawn, a total of 3k to counter this Cracker if he wants to use all of his Dawn. But instead he attaches 3 to Katakuri for some reason instead of the Cracker. I have no idea why my opponent did this. I think this is a big misplay. If he just attaches all to Cracker there, he takes 2 lives. That being said, I do get 2 triggers if he chooses to do that. So it could end up being worse for him, but I think in the long run it would be better and the more consistently good play to make. So here I get a Brick Fist, which I'm super happy about because I get to return Kaya to my hand again and use her effect. And I also have 2 Pilafs. So I'm going to start with the Pilafs first, get some more events in my hand because I feel a little bit unsafe at the moment. Not feeling super great with only 1 event. And I do get some from the draw there, fortunately enough. And I think I play the Brick Fist and Kaya once again. Oh no, I think I just... Oh, he has 0 Dawn active here. Actually. So I bait the attack into Cracker, hopefully wasting some of his cards in hand, which I do. Get rid of a 1k counter in hand. And now I attack with Zeph to Cracker. Hopefully either get rid of some more cards or just straight up get rid of the Cracker outright. Nice, got rid of the Cracker completely. And now I will most likely play the Mr. 1 to get another event into my hand, and now I have 2 defensive events. I feel pretty confident that I can survive another turn with that, and I end there. Guys, this is seriously one of my favorite decks. The only thing is, I am kind of discouraged from playing it a lot around friends because, you know, it's not the most fun deck to play against. There's not a ton of interaction, especially if someone just built a new deck and they want to try it out. So it is very good. I think it would do really well in the tournament because it doesn't really have any direct hard counters. There's not really any super hard matchups for it. But that being said, it's probably not great to play with your friends because they're probably going to end up hating you at one point or another. So I am hesitant to counter that because I know he has a double attack Cracker, but he dropped the 10 drop Big Mom, so I'm not super worried about it. I know I'll be able to counter it no matter what. So I choose to take a life there, and I get another Kaya, which was huge. I think that was really, really good for me, and now I can counter with Desert Spada and choose which card I'm going to get on the top deck. I have some technical difficulties trying to figure out how the app works, and then I figured out you need to drag and drop it, and now I counter successfully, and I believe it is game here. He has 0 Dawn, 4 cards in hand, so a maximum of 8k counters. Most likely doesn't have that because he's playing yellow. Get rid of the Deathwink here, or maybe the Zeph, depending. Keep the Deathwink just in case I need it. Get the Kaya to my hand again, deploy the Kaya again, see another Kaya on the top deck, which is really, really strong, and I think I'm going to get rid of Deathwink here, and maybe Mr. 1. Yep. Get rid of Deathwink, Mr. 1, play another Kaya, draw another 2, and probably just going to get rid of Buggy and Mr. 1 here, so I have plenty of events. Attach the rest of my Dawn to Zeph, keep 3 Dawn for the defensiveness, and hope this swing is enough to get the mill 7. If it is, it's over. I have 10 cards left. So if it's enough, I just win by default with my counters. And it is, fortunately, so I discard 7 from the top, and that's pretty much going to be GG. Attack Cracker with Nami, I believe. Oh no, I just straight up end the turn. That was a little bit of a misplay. I should have attacked the Cracker with Nami. There was literally no reason not to. And it could have potentially wasted a card in hand. Yeah, really not sure why I didn't do that. I guess I just knew I had the win, regardless, so... Anyways, GG to my opponent. They did the right things. They got the Cracker on board, but they should have swung harder with the Cracker. In the end, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. I just had the most perfect chain of events going in my favor to win this one. So, trash 1, trash the cards, and win from 0. So I hope you did enjoy this one, guys. It's very good. I really would like you guys to try it if you like this deck at all. And if you did enjoy, please like and subscribe. And until the next one, I will see you guys later.